even more diverse with streaming. So I think I'll use the most inclusive salutation I can think of. Welcome, mortals. And welcome to UXBOX. This is a great date. It's not just the beauty of the arbitrary palindrome that we have today. It's actually you privileged audience who are going to witness the first public announcement of UXBOX. We have this Twitter account, UXBOX tool, and if you're interested in archery or role-playing games, you can also follow me on Diacritica. There we go. So what is UXBOX? Well, it is the first open source prototyping platform that will be embraced by multidisciplinary teams or cross-domain teams. Exactly what this is all about, this track. The whole track is all about uniting design and developers, and I think there's no such platform that is helping us to do that. We've seen some examples like the gig flow technique, but we need a platform, and this is UXBOX. What is the problem that we're facing today? Well, we believe that there's no proper, super amazing open source prototyping platform in the market. And when I say prototyping, I also include design here. Most of the existing prototyping tools stay away from open standards. They sometimes do export to SVG or other open standards, but they are not native to their approach. And that's an issue, I believe. And also, and this is more about the process, current prototyping platforms have focused traditionally in that conversation between some stakeholders, namely customers or users and designers, but what about the developers themselves? They have to be in the loop, and they sometimes just watch the conversation from the outside. So that is the current problem that we're facing. And welcome to the solution. The solution is here, my friends. A prototyping tool that developers, managers, and the whole open source community will love, because we are doing this with SVG as the native format, as much as we can. There are great XML and JSON files out there, but they are not open standards. SVG is an open standard, so that makes a huge difference. We are, and of course, SVG is tech-friendly in that regard. You can parse SVG knowing what you're about to encounter. Open source, not only the license, not only open source as in the license, but also as the community contributing to UXBOX, both at the core and also in terms of plugins. And finally, the solution must include the multi-platform and multidisciplinary nature that we live in. So regardless of your operating system, as long as you have a fairly modern browser, you should be able to use and enjoy UXBOX. And also, this is for the cross-domain team. Basically, that's the team for the next decade. Everyone, diverse, inclusive team. We have all the skill sets into one conversation. So the solution has to address that need. Can you hear me all right at the back? Yeah, I guess so. Why now? Why not earlier, by the way, but why now? Well, here we are. This is a fast-growing community of open source designers. Actually, some of them have already expressed interest in UXBOX, like welcoming us. That's good. Also, this is a very young and immature market. Actually, just a handful of platforms out there. I mean, I'm going to say Sketch again, Figma, InVision, Adobe XD, all those, but it's really not that many. And they are basically moving away from the classical desktop expensive license to the online, perhaps not so expensive, but still licensed. And it's just a handful. I mean, it's a high bar. Technically speaking, developing these platforms is a huge task. So it is a good opportunity in that regard. And we developed Taiga. Taiga is an agile project management platform that's also open source, a Thorough GPL version 3. And so we have a lot of users worldwide, and we think that for cross-domain teams, if Taiga works for agile and methodology, we could pitch UXBOX to Taiga users. So that's an opportunity in terms of marketing, I guess. And then we've seen over the past couple of years, but mostly last year, the hunger that people have to contribute plugins, even if it's for Figma. You know, it's the moment any of these platforms open up to contributions, people are just super crazy about that and develop stuff that then eventually has some issues in terms of security and all that, and it's problematic. But there's this hunger, so we want to leverage that. But actually, this is not true. These are the actual reasons. Forget what I just said. It looks very intellectual. These are the actual reasons. In 2019, UXBOX was a dead project. We have been developing that at Kaleidos, the parent company, for a couple of years, mainly thanks to Andrea and Juan. He sits in the front. And there was this French company, Monogram, next to Lyon, that found out about UXBOX and started to contribute to UXBOX. But they started to be a bit concerned that it was a dead project. Now, contributing to a dead project, who wants that? And so we felt so ashamed that they were more interested in UXBOX than we were, that we kickstarted a small team, even just to accept those contributions. But that gave us a bit of momentum, you know. What is a small team? 1 person, 2, 70? So a big thank you to Monogram, actually. Mathieu here is part of the Monogram team, and so thank you very much. You're part of this solution. And also, the Taiga in 2019, we were focusing so much investment and efforts and resources to Taiga that we weren't able to nurture, you know, UXBOX. You know, Kaleidos is not a super big company, but we have new management, new strategy, new everything. So we were able to find fresh bandwidth for UXBOX. So that's also important in terms of temporal context. And money. It was so easy to receive money, to ask for it, and in 48 hours we were able to secure €500,000 for this project. Like, people got it. Of course, Kaleidos is giving more than half of that, but private investors, friends and family, were eager to invest in this because they saw the potential. Like, whoa, this is one of those few projects that marry design and open source. Yeah. So those are the actual reasons. But you know, we'll share this also. Okay. So UXBOX today, it exists. You can use it. I'll tell more about that later. It's in a very test stage. I mean, calling it an alpha is an overstatement. But you can already feel a bit excited about it. And but it's uxbox.io. That's the URL. Don't go right now. What do we have today? Well, we have some main features already built. We've got workspaces. So we can say we are the first SVG multi-frame, multi-artboard, multi-canvas, multi-prototyping tool. We've got that. We've got basic asset collections. So you can pick from images, icons, stuff like that. We have, of course, basic user profile, registration, login, and all that. So you see your workspace. But you can also see others' workspace if you're invited to. If you're invited to them. And we have version history, so undo, redo, and all that. When I say online, is this everything is running on the browser. So we're using web-based paradigms and patterns for the user interface. Short-term goals. We feel optimistic. So 3 months, we should be doing this. Contribution framework, super important for us. Really, we don't feel like we are capable of achieving anything significant without the help of the community. So we need to make sure that the architecture, the software itself, is really welcoming contributions. Not only the process, we don't want a toxic community, we want an inclusive community. Not only about that, but also technically, it should be super easy to contribute plugins or features to the core, and should be sort of a platform that tells you whether it's going the right or the bad way, or the wrong way. Component library, more visual asset collections, both public and private. online preview, because that's super convenient when you are dealing with that conversation. So you design something and you click on the preview and to share that. So the sort of you can navigate this mock-up thing or that idea. Also, we're going to redesign the visual interface always. So this could be in any slide ever, because this will be an ongoing effort. Of course, you have to stay up to date. And keyboard shortcuts to have that productivity boost. Keyboard, mouse, all that. 3 months. So that means that by the end of April or early May, we should have this. What do you think already? I mean, this is good, right? Yes. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. I need to eat. I haven't eaten. So I need some calories from the public. Medium term, even more optimistic. Taiga integration. I mean, we are partners, so project management, agile, integrate with one of the important platforms in designing a prototype. It makes sense, so we'll do that. We'll give it priority. Smart layout, all the grid, snap to grid, alignment, all that kind of stuff. Like trying to predict what the user wants when scaling up things. Code specifications. This is where the tech-friendly UXBOX idea comes in. Like, see the matrix behind the design. So this is a way to tell you that this should be the UX UI platform for UX UI people, period, that developers love them to use. Okay? But the order matters. And we'll make sure the order is kept that way. Online collaborative edition, so simultaneous editing. Comments mode, so to give feedback. And, as I said before, plugins. Okay? I want to stress again the importance of the community. UXBOX is being developed with the community in mind. I mean, we've been in FOSDEM, some of us more than 15 years. We really feel that the community in open source is what stands out from other ecosystems, and UXBOX cannot stay away from that. We're not developing something in a proprietary way with an open license. It has to be open in many ways. So a lot of talks actually today were tangential to this idea, and I was loving every single one of them. A healthy and inclusive contribution model. And we have some interesting role models like Blender. We would like to be the Blender of UX UI prototyping. We have a lot to learn from these guys. Yesterday, Tom Rosendahl, I don't know if you attended his talk. He went all the way, from 1991 to today, and I was just taking notes like crazy because they've managed to get the best 3D modeling, animation platform out there, being open source, and that's part of how they harness the community. And Taiga for us is very important because we've learned so much about cross-domain teams thanks to Taiga. Taiga is the agile project management platform that both developers and creative people, designers, lawyers, marketing people can use. It's not anti anyone. It's welcoming everyone, all different roles. So we have a lot to learn from Taiga, and we will put. That's great for us. We cannot say it's a role model because it sounds a bit bad to say that for yourself, but a lot of lessons learned. So we're going to experiment with the small community at first. We're going to find the sweet spot of the governance model and everything. So we're going to start with Kaleidos, the parent company, UXBOX, and Monogram for the next following weeks or months, and see how this works, because we want to open it up slowly, so that we can cope with the potential contributions. I mean, perhaps we're a bit optimistic here too, but we think a lot of people would like to not just use it, but actually have a say in future development. So we want to do this throughout the rest of the year in a timely manner. So, exclusive FOSDEM Alpha. You can don't do it now. But FOSDEM lead speech docs.uxbox.io. You can use it. You can register. We're gonna delete everything. So I mean, don't take too much time in filling all that. Your password could be 123 Gandalf. Okay, so that's okay. And then most importantly, probably Bitly. because, I mean, Bitly, that form, that is a feedback form, whether you use it or not. Go to that. We will tweet it using our UXBOX tool Twitter account. So you can, it's just 5 questions. 5 questions very quickly, and it will give a valuable feedback to us. Okay, this is the core team. This is the core team. But we are rapidly expanding that team. When I say core team, is full-time people just developing UXBOX. And so if you get the best of the best full-time, you might get something amazing. So that's the plan. Who's behind? You know, this is serious commitment, people here. Serious commitment. So, and people that have done this before for others or for ourselves. So it looks like we know what we're doing, let's see. And we have within our organization, we have that style of teams we want to focus on. So we know it is one of these rare occasions where UX people are designing for themselves. Like for the first time, this is for me. I'm the user. So demo time. 30 seconds. What I'm going to do is this is just a project that I have here. So you see, FOSDEM, UX, etc. When I'm just padding, grid, I just can do this and perhaps use the whatever. This is for an article I'm writing on proper Anchor for Archery. That's it, 30 seconds, that's it? No, but I think you'll prefer to see a video. You want to see a video? Like 2-minute video with all the features? Yeah, you want. So let me see if this works. This is the reason I brought this speaker. So let me see. Yeah. Thank you very much.
We have time for a couple of very quick questions.
Yeah.
Is it going to be possible to have a self-hosted?
Sorry. Just.
Is it going to be possible to have a self-hosted instance?
To have a what?
Self-hosted?
Yes. I mean, this is a server client, but self-hosted, of course. If you want to run your own UXBOX platform server, that's fine. In the future, we even might want to have offline mode, so that even could make sense if you are on a plane or anything. So server, yeah, definitely. This is just a server that we set it up for demo purposes, but you can do that, yeah. Same question. Okay, so I should have.